Welcome back to our series on PEP 8, the style guide for Python code. In our previous videos, we covered the introduction to PEP 8, indentation, and line length. Today, we'll dive into the importance of blank lines in making your code more readable and maintainable. Let's start by talking about why code readability is so crucial. When code is readable, it's not just easier for you to understand, but also for others who might work on your code in the future. Readable code is easier to maintain, debug, and extend. Blank lines play a significant role in organizing code. They visually separate different sections, making it easier to distinguish between functions, classes, and logical blocks. This separation helps in understanding the structure and flow of the code at a glance. PEP 8, the Python style guide, provides specific guidelines on the use of blank lines. These guidelines are designed to improve the readability and maintainability of your code. In this video, we'll explore these guidelines and provide examples to illustrate their importance. PEP 8 recommends surrounding top-level function and class definitions with two blank lines. Check this out. Here we have two top-level functions and a class definition. Notice how we use two blank lines between these functions and the class. The two blank lines between top-level function 1 and top-level function 2 help to visually separate them. This clear separation makes it easier for anyone reading the code to quickly identify the different functions and classes at the top level. Similarly, the two blank lines before and after my class indicate that it is a distinct class definition. This practice enhances the overall readability and structure of the code, making it more organized and easier to navigate. Moving forward to the method definitions within a class, use one blank line to separate each method. Let me show you how. In this class, my class, we have three methods: method 1, method 2, and method 3. Notice the single blank line between each method. This practice helps in differentiating individual methods within the class. The single blank line between method 1, method 2, and method 3 makes it clear where one method ends and another begins. This visual separation aids in quickly locating and understanding individual methods, which is especially useful in larger classes with multiple methods. Blank lines can also be used within functions to separate logical sections of code. Here, in the example function, we have three logical sections: initializing variables, performing calculations, and returning the result. The blank lines between these sections help to group related lines of code together, making it easier to follow the function's logic. The blank lines make it clear what each part of the function is doing. This makes the code more readable and helps others quickly understand the purpose and flow of the function. Let's also look at some common mistakes to avoid. In this example, we can see the negative impact of not using blank lines. The missing blank lines between function 1 and my class, as well as between methods method 1 and method 2, make the code look cluttered and harder to read. Always ensure to follow the PEP 8 guidelines to keep your code clean and readable. Here are some best practices for using blank lines according to PEP 8. Use two blank lines to separate top-level functions and classes. Clearly distinguish between separate top-level entities. Enhances the overall structure and readability of the module. Use one blank line to separate methods within a class. Keeps the class definition compact yet readable. Helps in easily identifying the boundaries of each method. Use blank lines sparingly within functions to separate logical sections. Only use blank lines where they add clarity. Avoid excessive use of blank lines, which can make the code look sparse and fragmented. Following these best practices will help keep your code organized and readable. Use blank lines where they improve clarity, but avoid overusing them to prevent your code from looking too fragmented. Remember, the goal is to improve readability without making the code look sparse. Use blank lines where they make the structure clearer. By following these guidelines for blank lines, you can significantly improve the readability and maintainability of your Python code. That's it for today's video on PEP 8 and blank lines. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more tips on writing clean and Pythonic code.